Sorry, now we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Team switch sides, and we are ready to go for the second period of action between the Holderness Bulls and the St. Paul's School Big Red. St. Paul's will be coming from right to left here. They are wearing red, and they are winning 2-0 behind goals by JT Holliday and Sam Seibold in that first period. Holderness is coming from left to right. St. Paul's outshot Holderness 13-9 in that first period, and they have a 2-goal margin to show for it. Cal Welch with a bit of a, I don't know if he slipped and fell on the ice or he kind of soccer kicked that puck. No harm, no foul, I guess, but a little bit of an odd play. I don't know if you caught that on camera. Here's Flint in the cross-ice pass off the back leg of Halliday. It's turned back here by Holderness. Messina coming. Messina, the late trailer there. Looked like Boulanger, and they just couldn't find him. And now it's turned back by the Big Red. Here's Sweet taking a look around. Some fresh ice out there. Hep with a drive. He came in from the line. And with Halliday standing in front, Plunkett is able to make the save and block her out of play. And the ice still looks, obviously, they just resurfaced in the intermission, so it's still wet right now, and I think Welch just slipped on that. For those of you who were watching in the first period, we saw Colin Richard go off. He's not going to return to the game. I'm not sure much else besides that, but certainly our best wishes are with Colin. As the puck comes on and around here, it's Cade Cox at the left point. St. Paul's back to work. The pass misses Sullivan. I don't know exactly why that's offside, since it went off his stick and back into the zone, but nobody really touched it. Anyways, there's the reason why I am not on the ice with skates and stripes, as I've said many, many times before. Off that face-off, the puck trickles deep into the Holderness end, swung on around there by Warrington. It'll come this way where Seibold, he's got a goal. The Vermont native will shuttle it back in deep. Cooper Warrington hit hard into the boards there by Fitz-Frechette. Holderness is not able to get it out. It's stopped at the line by Stadheim. Now they'll clear. Some nice moves there in neutral territory by Senior. He gives it over to the right side. Now to the middle. It's Waterman, sorry. He lost his stick. Everyone's slipping and sliding over the ice right now. It's behind the goal for McCarthy. Him and Senior are both Melrose High School former players. Sent through to the front of the goal. It'll come out to the near side. Cox a shot. Loose in front. Nobody home. Nobody was standing in front to begin with. That pass misses McCarthy. The glove is up by Welch, and icing is the call. So I've mentioned now a couple times about Quinn McCarthy and Sean Senior, both juniors from Melrose, Mass, two key contributors on the Melrose High School team from last year. Quinn McCarthy had 13 goals and 29 points. And Senior had 4 goals and 7 assists for 11 points last year at Melrose High. I believe they might have played in a... I wasn't sure about this. They might have played in the game. One of the early season games for Melrose High School before they had to go back to Holderness. They might have played with the team. I don't know exactly how that works, but I read an article and they were in there. And it had McCarthy scoring a couple goals. I did a double take though, and I'm not quite certain about that, but that was what the article said. If you can't believe everything you read online. That shot is gloved down. Matt Grady, the shooter. And Evan Plunkett, the goaltender, making the save. He's faced a lot more shots as this game has gone on. Malcolm Bussey in the face-off circle. He won that. Josh to the line. Here's Mick. Zips it across. Halliday's the first one there. They'll cycle it on around McNabney. Taken out of the play by Grady. Here's Bussey. Picking up his Mick Frechette under some duress. Got it to the middle. Here's Bussey. He shoots, and there was some daylight. Now it's Josh off the wall. The puck was bouncing. It'll trickle through here, and Dubois will just watch it roll out. Great chance for Malcolm Bussey, who had 4 goals last season for this Big Red squad. No icing here as Josh got up there in the play. Trying to spin that puck to the middle, but Grady was the intended target. Pass just misfired. Now some space for Dubois coming in. He's hit as he comes up along the wall. Some high hands there by Mick Frechette. trying to get it by Dubois on the half wall. They will get it up to center, and Josh Holliday at the end of his shift will just gain the red line and fire one into the glove of Plunkett. Everybody changing, and Plunkett will just send it all the way the other way. It's not going to make it for icing, but the referee did have his arm up. That would have been something. The goaltender ices the puck. Only ever seen Carey Price do that. The communication at the line well, there was none. Well, I wouldn't say there was none, but miscommunication at the line. St. Paul's is offside. 348 days between today's game and the last time St. Paul's played a regular season game. I've done a lot of research on the history of St. Paul's hockey. That is probably the longest layover I've been able to find. This pass just ahead of Jake Boulanger. He'll go up there on the forecheck. The next longest one I was able to find is 342 days. Hold on a moment. We'll give that a rest. Here as Halliday comes in. He's got Flinton going to the front of the goal. The pass went off a leg. Flinton is the first there, though. He'll recycle it in low. It's Owen Sweet taking a look around. He finds Russell at the point. Back to the front. Kicked away by Plunkett. Back in the corner again for Sweet. Up off the glass. Knocked down by Halliday. He couldn't clear it past Cooper Boulanger. It's in the corner now. Jake Hutchins has it for the Bulls. They give and go in low. That pass missed Hutchins. A big hit thrown over there by Flinton. And Flinton's got the puck in the middle. He scores! That's the havoc that man can wreak. He throws a big hit, takes a player out, gets back to the middle of the ice and finds the puck. I don't know if it was a pass or it just bounced right to him. He didn't even get all of that shot, but he beat Evan Plunkett to the far side, and it's 3-0 St. Paul's. The big goal there by Flinton. I'm not sure who will get the assists. I don't think it might have been a pass that misfired and went off a leg, or the pass was just bouncing and made its way to him, but certainly wasn't a crisp pass. Hold on, Plunkett out of the net. They just couldn't get the centering pass in front. All tied up in low. Looked like it was Terry. St. Paul's right back to work. They've dominated the second period so far. Cocks the shot. Down in front of the goal was Stoddard. He draws a penalty. He's going to get the interference call, and now Waterman giving a little more to Mike Stoddard. St. Paul's not really retaliating. We'll see if Waterman gets anything extra. It doesn't look like that. He looks like he's actually going to stay out for the penalty kill. So some frustrating shifts here at the start of the second period. 13-12 left here in the second. And most of the play has been in the Holderness end, and they end up drawing a penalty. St. Paul's 0 for 1 on the power play. It was just Mike Stoddard in a battle in front. Looks like it is the captain, McNabney, in the box. Stoddard was in a battle in front. McNabney knocked him down, and he just mistimed the check. Speaking of mistime, that pass just off the stick of Bryson Russell. Gonna go all the way around here, trying to catch up to it is Dwyer. Hep got in the way of it. It's all tied up at the face-off circle. Now it's Atkin Dwyer who will send it the length of the ice. Russell will round his own cage and come out through neutral territory, settling a sliding puck, or a puck that was maybe going a little too fast for his comfort. He's going to go all the way around the Holderness goal, leaves it there at the point. Hep wasn't quite ready for it. He steps up, throws it in behind the goal. Frechette has it go off his skate. It'll come all around. Hep is there. He fires it quickly. This away is for Stadheim. St. Paul's moving it around the outside with a minute to go in the power play. It's 3-0. Cooper Flinton has a goal here in the second. Pulled off the wall by Russell. He takes a look, leaves it. Stadheim at the circle, across. Here's Hep. He holds it, fires, and a good save was made by Plunkett. The Holderness player has lost their glove on the ice right now. Looks like it's the glove of Callahan. It's in front of the goal. Yes, it is Ethan Callahan trying to go over and retrieve that glove now. Plunkett making a good save there. 44 seconds left in the St. Paul's power play. I mentioned the 348-day layover. The last time there was a layover that long, it was 342 days between the end of the 1915 season and the start of the 1916 season. To give you a little bit of context on how different the times were back then, that layover was bookended by two losses, two St. Paul's losses to the Princeton varsity team. One on Lower School Pond and one outdoors in New York City. Indeed, times have changed. Zipped across. Here's Cox. Circle. Shot along the ice. It's loose in front. Plunkett goes diving across. And he's got it. They've kept him busy here in the second. That one, Halliday's straying just a little bit. Or really, just wasn't there for that puck. I'm not one to say whether he should have been. I don't think that's his position. I think he's supposed to be out high where he was. Anyways, Sullivan back on the wall. It's sweet looking. Here's Halliday along the goal line. Hard pass to the line. Sullivan settles. Shoots. Blocked by McCarthy. Into the corner, Cooper Flinton. Behind the goal, J.T. Halliday. They're in tight spaces. He gives it back for Flinton. Coming out in front. Bottom of the circle. Swings it in front. Rebound funnel right to the middle. Holderness had a guy out of the box, but it was picked off. Really, really cerebral play there by the pairing of Cox and Sullivan to realize they had... looked like senior behind him. After McNabney came out of the box. Here's Halliday along the goal line, getting in behind the goaltender there. There's Flinton. And he's getting roughed up by Warrington now. That'll attract a crowd. Cooper Warrington out of Edina, Minnesota. Former Cardigan Mountain School player. He's on defense wearing number 5. He's not out there right now. Actually, he is in the box. And both him and Cooper Flinton having a seat. They haven't come over. The official scoring trying to get the attention of the referees right now by blowing the buzzer. They never assessed any of the penalties. They just told them to go to the box and never told the official score. Love that. As a stats guy, as the guy who's actually in charge of the stats. It will be 4-on-4. Of course, I'm saying love that sarcastically, by the way. I always complain. This is a very minor complaint that longtime viewers will know, that the referees sometimes will just skate over to the box and they'll tell the official score of the penalty rather than giving the signal. So I never know what it is. 2 minutes up there for Warrington of Minnesota and Flinton of New Hampshire. St. Paul's wins the draw. We'll get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 action in a period dominated so far by St. Paul's. They have one goal here in the second, and it's Malcolm Bussey picking up the puck. And a little extra space out there for both these teams. Good skating in the corner there by Christian Yee behind the goal. He was looking for Josh Halliday, who's out there on a pair with Malcolm Bussey. Dropped off here by Boulanger. Into the zone, here comes Hutchins. He'll stop in low, drops it off. Messina at the line. Boulanger, a shot stopped by Cal Welch. And that pass just missed Halliday, and he'll have to go up on the forecheck. It's turned back by Iwa, but turned over. And here comes Christian Yee, the defenseman, moving in. A little backhand shot dribbled wide of the cage. He's back on it, though. Yee at the line for Shet, right back for Christian Yee. He shoots, and the blocker save was made. Rebound out to the line for Shet in the middle. Nice move by Josh. He's going to step in, but the puck just trickled away. He's going to send it back to the goal now. Blocked aside, gets it again, shooting. Little bouncing puck. It's just sent the length of the ice by Holderness. And they are going to call icing. So Holderness, that's probably not helpful if you're on the Holderness bench, because they started to change because they didn't think there was going to be icing called. The referee, I don't think he had his hand up. He just waited for that puck to just dribble over the goal line. 49 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Roughing penalties that did not offset between Warrington and Flinton. Levine gets all tangled up, loses his stick, kicks the puck to a stick, though. Grady couldn't win it back, and now Holderness will break out from their own blue line. It's Hutchins. Long shift for him so far. He leaves it off. Going into the corner there is Messina. Holderness trying to change those last two guys if they want to. They're starting to change behind the play now as Russell comes up and ahead. Russell, the shot off the leg. It'll come up the near wall. Levine in low for Bryson Russell up on the forecheck. Grady had his position back at the point. They'll be taken back by Boulanger. The players about to step out of the box on either side. Bryson Russell takes a hard hit by McNabney, but he got it ahead to Grady. Bounced back by Holderness. Two Holderness players in the stands. The players that are not in uniform. They're probably the noise you hear. There's no fans in the stands, but you can probably hear them. They are the fans right now. That shot was blocked by Hep. Good job standing up by him. The puck was bouncing. He was nearly through, and he might be through on a one-on-one with Dwyer here. That was Stoddard who threw it up in the head. Hep now looking for help. He holds and waits. The late trailer is Cox coming through. It went off his skate, and they're going to call it offside. So St. Paul's is forced to retreat, and that'll give the Bulls some time. 8:10 left. I don't know what it is, but the rink just got louder the last minute or so. We're back to 5 aside. Nice little gypsy doodle in there by Brennan Doyle. He couldn't get by, I believe that was Cox, or one of Cox or Sullivan at the very end of it. Puck is bouncing at the St. Paul's logo. Sullivan on his backhand. Dwyer comes up and checks him, and then he gives a slash to the back of the leg of Sullivan. That's a dangerous looking play. So he wheeled the stick up and then slapped Sullivan really in the heels, but I just see the stick flying up like that, unhinged, and it makes me a little bit nervous. That's the reason I'm not on the ice. Not only the referee, but also the player. That puck hit with a high stick. St. Paul's will play it, and it won't matter. Statheim over in front of the scorer's table. Sullivan will shoot it in, plug it out of his net to stop it. Gonna come all the way around the goal, and good job by Cox. He stepped up and held that puck in. Nearly looked like it got by him. It's in the far corner. Statheim back in low. That's Frechette. Fitz works up the half wall, lost the puck, winning it back now. Was in the process of it, but the puck came out. And it is offside against the Big Red. Just a split second too late there. Fitz Frechette. He nearly had that puck back. Good work on, looked like that was Sean Sr. on the far side. 7:20 remaining in the period. We only have one goal here in the second. That's for St. Paul's. I'm not even sure how many shots Holderness has in the second. They've iced the puck here. It has been a period, I don't want to say dominated by St. Paul's, but they've certainly had the edge in the possession time and the offensive zone time by a wide margin. Off that face-off, here's Cox left side. He shoots, missed by a country mile off to the glove of Plunkett. Sullivan hustling over there. He'll hold it in, but not for very long. Into the middle there by Freelove. Driven up, it's McCarthy now. McCarthy back to the front, turned away by Welch. He'll make the save there. He pucked to the boards, and Statheim will move with it the other way. He lost it. Good stick check there by Freelove. It's loose at the line. Sullivan taps it. Statheim settles it. He's chased down by two men, but plays it off the wall for Sullivan. Kicked by Cox. Seibold, a weird hop off a stanchion. It'll make its way to Cox, who shoots it in. St. Paul's scrambling to make changes. Right now, Dwyer was just a split second too late making that decision. He'll just have to skate it up to the red line and shoot it deep. Getting in there on the forecheck is Nick Messina. It's loose in the St. Paul's corner. Mick Frechette will play it on a round. He was not home to take that puck, but they do get it out. Picked up by Messina again. A Woodbridge, Ontario native, Nick Messina. He's now not in the corner. Centers it all the way back to the line. It goes a high shot. They score! It's Cooper Boulanger. And Holderness is on the board. It's 3-1. Well, I have to give credit to Cal Welch. I was going to say that is probably looking like the only way they could beat him, based off of his play in the first and the second, and it's really only gotten better as the game's gone on. But that shot, not much you could do to stop that. It goes off the posted in from the blue line. St. Paul's countering right now. Halliday shield that pass. It just goes to the corner. Flinton trying to win it back. A nice little move along the wall. He plays it up off the glass, bouncing on the dasher. It stays in play. Sweet twisting in the corner. He's felled from his knees, played it up to the line, and it was picked off. And now a nice move. They're coming in. It's Doyle. And he got by Yee, but nothing became of it. Now the pass for McNabney was behind him. A little bit of life here for Holderness in the last 5 minutes of the period here. Here's Doyle with space. He shoots, and I don't think Welch even saw it. He just ripped it wide. Here's McNabney. The Bulls are pressing. The shot goes up in the air. It's bouncing around. Stopped by Welch. He didn't know where the rebound was for a good second. Up the wall and out. Leading the attack here is Mick Frechette. He's in a one-on-one with Dwyer. Here's Mick, a former forward, passes it off. It'll bounce around and then come over here to the near wall. Play really just picked up, zipped across. Grady off the glass. Puck is in behind the Holderness net. What I was saying about Welch is he was really, hold on, back to the line. Here's Russell, high shot. It went off a stick and high. Higher than the net, that is. And this one's behind Hep. Here comes Quinn McCarthy. Could be a 2-on-1. Hop hustling back. McCarthy stops, waiting for more help. He's at the blue line now, fires it across. It's behind Hutchins and comes out of the zone. A chance squandered there by McCarthy. Hep off the boards there for Bussey. And we'll get that point in about Cal. I think, well, I'll say it now. Hold on, turnover. Never mind. Here comes Senior. Senior to the middle, and I don't know who he was passing that to. He had both McCarthy and Waterman open, and the puck went to neither of them. Halliday couldn't get it on goal. Senior now back in front, or back across the blue line, I should say. McCarthy. Holderness looked very defeated for much of the first part of the period. They looked exhausted, but they've turned it back on after the goal by Cooper Boulanger. In the corner, Cox, he centers, Bussey shoots, and he had a point-blank save. Evan Plunkett comes back with a good stop. A big one there on Malcolm Bussey. It was a 2-on-1 at the bottoms of the circles, and Bussey got it on his stick. He didn't hesitate with the shot, and Evan Plunkett, good positioning there to make that save. Anyway, I got to get it in here before I forget. But I think Cal Welch has done a really good job controlling those rebounds and keeping them out of the middle. And he, I wouldn't say he had a shaky start. He actually, St. Paul's had a shaky start, and he had to make a few really good saves. And then sort of the Big Red took over, and he's had to watch a lot for much of this second period. But he's been playing well so far. And just beat there on the goal off the post, which I really don't think he could do much of. I don't know if you saw it. There was plenty of traffic in front, and then it's a shot right up by his ear. And those, you can ask any goalie, certainly not the easiest to save. Matter of fact, I'm sure many would argue the hardest. Offside, and a shot after the whistle, and not happy about it is Sullivan. And they're still drawing as they come back into your frame. I can't really make the excuse for the Holderness player there. That was a pretty blatant whistle, and it got well after a second to 2 seconds after the whistle had blown, and the player shot the puck towards Cal Welch. And you know what? I got to praise Jake Sullivan there. Good on him. I've never been a fan of I'm more of a, follow the rules, do your thing kind of person. They're going to try to figure out whether they're going to assess penalties here. They're going to take Fitz Frechette out of McNabney. I don't get that. I don't know what those two guys were doing. They're gonna send Jake Boulanger off. They're gonna make Holderness make changes. I don't really know what's going on here. 11 St. Paul's and 25 McNabney for Holderness. It's his second trip to the box. It'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. The clock, the timekeeper is Mr. Cabot, Davies Cabot. Just put the times up there now. Well, that was a little weird, but I gotta praise Sullivan. It's been a little chippy, and good on Jake for kind of laying the land and laying the boundaries around St. Paul's new goaltender, Cal Welch. Oh, they're gonna get a penalty here. Seibold gives a little shove in the back, and Holderness is gonna go to their first power play of the game as big Jack Hutchins goes down. I think it'll be a cross check if I'm not mistaken. So Holderness will go to the power play. St. Paul's has had 2. They're 0 for 2. Great opportunity here for Holderness. They have not had a power play yet, but a great opportunity for them. They're down 2 here with 2.5 to go in the second. Quickly they move it across. It's Doyle out high. McCarthy to Doyle at the circle. Back for McCarthy. Steps in, shoots it. Rebound was there. And Welch, I don't know if he got a piece of it or it got blocked. There's Sweet, savvy little play around the boards, and St. Paul's going to have a 2-on-1 shorthanded. He's got Russell with him. Sweet with Russell. Russell waits, backhanded for Sweet, and he knocked it down. The pass was just a little high. Russell's now in the deep trying to hold the puck there. Good 2-on-1 opportunity, shorthanded for St. Paul's. Here's Jake Waterman. First power play of the season for Holderness. Waterman working right in, and Hep got in front of him, freed up the puck, and it's sent all the way down by Owen Sweets. Plunkett will move it quickly. It's Doyle at the blue line. Watched there by Stadheim. Doyle's going to come straight through the middle. Good stick there by Mick Frechette. Got away from the dangle, and now the speed of Stadheim is going to come into play. Owen Stadheim straight on through, and the puck was bouncing. He couldn't get a shot. That's the second shorthanded opportunity for St. Paul's. Stadheim just showing those winged boots he's got flying up that right side. He's going to get another go at it as Holderness was changing. Owen Stadheim across. Didn't get through that time, and away goes Nick Messina. Messina, he's got a man backdoor, fired it for him. It's a 4-on-3 power play for 5 more seconds. Shot high there by Messina. We'll go to a 5-on-4 power play for 20 seconds now. Messina finding it, zips it across, they score! They had the puck going from side to side. It looks like it's going to be Jack Hutchins who gets the goal, and Holderness has pulled to within 1. A late goal with 5 minutes left to go, and a late goal with 48.1 left to go here in the second period. And Holderness has tightened it up. It's a 1-goal hockey game, 3-2. And right back in looking for the equalizer. It's sent to the front of the goal. Comes out the other side for Cooper Flinton. He'll drive up there, got by a Holderness player and the referee, and gets it deep. Sweet fired it back to the middle. It's bouncing around. It'll start the other way now. It's Caden Freelove. Freelove hammered there by Russell. A textbook body check by Bryson Russell in the neutral zone. That was beautifully executed. Beautifully. And it's done well. It's real pretty. And that was done well. Flinton just missed knocking that one down. It'll go back for Russell again. Turns it off the boards into the body of Freelove. One last chance here. It's sent back to the front and just tipped wide. A last second chance for Dubois. 1 second left. Here's a shot. And it's just fired high. Boy, St. Paul's will be happy to get out of this period. And we got a little more action after the whistle. It has been chippy. St. Paul's dominated the first half of the period, but Holderness claws their way back in the second, and we have a 3-2 hockey game headed to the third. Sure hope you'll stick around. It's bound to be a good one. third period coming up next after this.